Night of total terror. Night of the living dead. The dead who live on living flesh. The dead whose haunted souls hunt the living. The living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. A bizarre adventure in fear. An experience in shock, more shattering than your strangest nightmare. Night of the living dead. A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
7 times I rap upon the mighty door of the subterranean vault. Open, open. I stand without in the draughty and dank corridor that approaches thy lair. 7 times resound my summons on this stony door, and the dead stir in caves and curse the midnight hour. Come thou forth. I bear a lamp for this terrible darkness. Thou shalt behold that face known in dreams. Mine eyes are terrible and strange, but thou knowest me. Behold, my garments are of rich cloth, and I bear the air of a land of bounty beyond the sea. Come forth. Thou art as the shadow of the light I bear, and thy garments reek of the dead in the sunless place. We shall ascend the stair that is fraught with unwholesome things. The stone rolls before me, and into the blazing vault of the night of nights we go forth as light. dark star, I seek you in all the endless rooms of the universe. I have entered the maze of chaos in the search that promises no end and no fulfillment. But I have seen your helmeted head flashing gold from all the bloody triumphant sunsets of the world. I have heard your voice singing lonely songs of desire in the whirlwind. I remember the artistry of fingers that held the rose in wonder, your musical throat sounding the hymn of love seeking since the birth and the crashing star nebulae. Singing limbs of muscle and star foam, pursued and pursuing, radiant warrior, how long? Beloved God, how long? How long? How long?
Hey, you want to drive, huh? Rev it up.
Action you've never seen races across your screen as you thrill to a new dimension in picture making. Carnival of Souls. This is the shocking story of a who crawled from the river to race through a nightmare, walking a tightrope between heaven and hell. From the unreal, she crashes through to reality. But try as she will to lead a normal life, she is torn from her goal. There's no privacy in a life she's ever watched, tormented. Either it's her neighbor, desirous of her physically, watching her with his leering eye, or it's the evil eye of the man who taunts her, the man who wants her. From the bottom of the river they come. They reach for her. They demand that she dance with them at the Carnival of Souls. She is a girl driven mad by the relentless forces of the beyond. He will not relent as he comes for her again and again. She whirls between the real and the unreal, trying to cling to life.
I like being with you, really I do. I don't want to be alone tonight. I want to be near you.
Honey, you don't want to go in there all by yourself, do you?
But she must watch herself in death. She must dance at the Carnival of Souls held just for her. For they have come for her for the last time, claiming her as one of their own. Carnival of Souls arouses such emotion that the management has been forced to state positively no refund. Carnival of Souls is the shocker of all time, guaranteed to sweep you into a new dimension of picture making. You can't afford to miss Carnival of Souls.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everyone.
How we doing tonight, Evan?
I am feeling well. I hope everybody had a good week off. Welcome, everybody, to Season 17.
Season 17. We made it. They said it would never happen. They said 17 seasons. You must be joking. But we did it. We're here.
Our sweet 17.
Our sweet 17. Yeah, well, I guess we didn't play up Sweet 16 very much. Did we kind of miss out a little bit?
We probably mentioned it.
We did. I'm sure at least once we mentioned it. But hey, 17. I mean, we're almost there. The show's almost an adult, but we're still maturing.
We're gonna send this show off to college.
That's right. We're getting ready. We're taking all the exams. We're doing pretty well in our AP classes.
The Scream just took the PSAT.
Yeah. It's a pretty high score, but I don't like to brag. But it's so good to see all of our good friends already in the chat. I see Alana and Kathy, Sears, Thomas. Very good to see you in here. Old Radios. Hope you're doing well. Tom O. I know I saw William in here. Hope you're doing good this fine Friday evening. You made it into the week.
So good to see everybody, and thank you. I am feeling better today. I spent my week off sick.
Yeah.
If anyone, how could you possibly have guessed I'd get sick again?
I mean, I told him, the same thing yesterday. I was fooled by the weather's getting nice and just assume, oh yeah, illnesses are just, that's a completely winter thing. And now I'm starting to see more and more people get sick even today. So I'm like, man, Evan, just, you're braving the elements.
Yeah, so if at any point, and I do apologize if at any point, I've got this residual cough, and every now and then I just get a coughing fit. So if at any point I just disappear for a minute and it sounds like somebody's dying just off screen, know that I'll be right back and I'm okay.
He's fine. I assure you, he's fine. Yes, I mean we're glad that you could be here, Evan, and glad that you're bouncing back on the mend. Just in time for our season premiere, and I think it's gonna be a good one. Again, if you're one of our many new subscribers, we had a nice little influx of new viewers.
Any new people? Everybody way in the back, out in the stands. If you want to come on down, join the chat.
Yeah, please. The chat is the place to be. It's so much fun. Everybody's so awesome, so nice. Really happy to welcome you here if you're a first-time watcher, and hope to welcome you to the Scream Stream family. It's a great group, and had a lot of you here last night for our mini-sode, first mini-sode of the season, as well as first round of trivia. And that went pretty well. Off to a good start. Fresh is out in the lead, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a new trivia champion in the making.
We might. We'll see. Who knows? Again, it's 12, 10 to 12 weeks, something like that. So it's always interesting to see the way it ends up playing out. But it was a good night, and getting off to the great Alaskan mystery.
Off to Alaska. So Garrett, not to change the subject.
No.
Did you enjoy your Friday off? Last week?
I did enjoy my Friday off last week. Yes. I had a good one. Did you?
I did. Well, I was sick at the time, but maybe some of y'all in the audience, maybe some of y'all took the night off from watching movies with us to watch movies by yourself, which is what I did.
Ah.
I finally got around to watching The Seventh Seal.
Oh, what did you think?
Cool movie.
Good movie, right?
Beautiful movie.
Surprisingly funny, right?
It is. It is. It is.
You don't expect that because you know it to be like just your impression of it. If you haven't seen it, you just think it's some very dramatic Swedish film.
Right.
And it
just take a look at like the first screenshot that's gonna come up is Death, and he's got this like hood thing on that it's I love it. I love it. But it almost feels like it's a little it's kind of funny looking.
A little. It's not it's not traditional. Death, it's a look, it's choice.
It is.
But hey, I mean, you decide not to go with the skull, you just get like a kind of skeletonly looking actor, and you get the contrast of his very pale skin with the black. It works
very well, but like it also, like you said, it has kind of humorous moments in the.
Yeah.
It's a surprisingly funny movie. I love the like kind of like not super serious take on death.
Yeah, it is like kind of
It's a more laid back take on death.
And that's not what your impression is when you just see the images, right? When you just see the screenshots, you haven't actually seen the movie. That's not what you're expecting. And it is very like surprisingly like it's a surprise. It's very refreshing, right? There's something about it. Well, that's a good one. I'm glad that you.
It was very fitting. It's a movie about the plague, and
you were sick,
right?
So it's really that was perfect. Wow. Well, yeah, no, I mean, that sounds like a good way to spend your Friday off. That's the way to do it. So yeah, I mean, hey, just another movie checked off the list. And we're gonna check another one off the list. Another one off the list tonight. And we've got an interesting one for you because when we get back around to a full complete year of the show, which this is bringing us to, we've done 4 complete years of the show, and so we're technically on our 5th year technically.
Wow.
Wild, right?
We're sending the show off to kindergarten.
We are. I mean, isn't that wild, dude? I mean, pretty much. And so it's cool. And I've talked about it many times. I know I talked about it many times last season, but I like to follow patterns with the way that I schedule. And so every time we come back around in another year and we're starting off a new year, I like to kick the year off with something that's maybe a little more prominent in the world of public domain horror.
Something big.
Something a little bigger, a little more of a reputation around it.
Last year?
Or
Night of the Living Dead?
Night of the Living Dead, which, yes. And that was a trailer that opened our pre-roll.
that was your clue, everybody.
That was a clue.
Wink.
And that, again, one of my favorite horror movies of all time, absolutely. And definitely in the conversation for the best, arguably the best public domain horror film. And the other trailer we saw in our pre-roll, Carnival of Souls, which we haven't shown on the program yet. We will, don't worry.
What, next spring?
Maybe. Well, I still haven't quite figured out when I'm going to do Carnival of Souls yet. But that's another one that's up there as one of the best of the public domain horror films. So we've got... I was like, okay, I'm not ready for Carnival of Souls yet. So we did a really big one with Night of the Living Dead last year. I need to find something else. I don't want to do Carnival of Souls yet. What am I going to do? And... I haven't been sleeping on this, but I was struggling with whether or not to do this movie because it's an aquatic themed horror film. Trying to decide whether to save it for the summer or maybe more in like the beginning of our fall season.
Yeah, well, I mean, how schlocky is this movie?
That's the thing. This movie's actually fairly highly acclaimed, which is why I wanted to kick it off up top, and it's also a blind spot for me. It's a movie I've never seen before. So this is Night Tide from 1961, and it's a suspense, really more of a fantasy film than a horror film.
Okay.
And it follows a sailor on leave who falls in love with a woman who acts as a mermaid at a carnival sideshow. Like she plays a mermaid, but she believes she's actually a murderous like sea creature from this like race of sea creatures that kills people on the night of the full moon.
Sweet.
So right, isn't that just you're like, whoa, all right, that's plot.
A weremaid?
Well, it actually, and we'll get into it tonight, but you know, there's been some things
Werewolf?
kind of close. A merwolf, yeah. Weremaid, I guess. I guess weremaid doesn't quite ring, but it's something. Yeah, it's.
You can't find your housekeeper.
Okay, Mel Brooks, thank you. Wow, mate. Okay. But yeah, so, you know, already right off the bat, you're like, all right, pretty interesting little synopsis there. But it's got a lot to it. It also stars Dennis Hopper, who is one of the great kind of like, I guess not a counterculture figure in the world of film, but certainly he kind of like, he would go on to be part of what was called New Hollywood, which was in the early 70s. This group of filmmakers came in that like completely changed the landscape. And Hopper did that with his movie Easy Rider, which was like a huge film. He directed Easy Rider, but before that, he started like he worked his way up as an actor, and I mean, two of his earliest roles were in 2 of the 3 films that James Dean ever did. So he was closely associated with the James Dean style of like, started off as kind of a young, like acted in juvenile delinquent movies and did studio films and was like kind of this hard-nosed, not method, but I think he did kind of dabble in that.
Yeah. Well, plus he stayed alive.
Yeah, well, that's actually a great point too. Although I do have an interesting story about Dennis Hopper's little accident during the making of this film. Maybe kind of close. But Dennis Hopper, you know, he would go on to be nominated for 2 Academy Awards. He also, you may know him from. Have you ever seen Blue Velvet?
Yeah.
David, he's the crazy guy. He's Frank.
Okay.
He's in Blue Velvet, and that's of course one of his most iconic roles. And he's wild in that. But that's the thing, is that, you know, Dennis Hopper, he was really solid character actor later in his career, award nominated, but like also he was into things that were very independent and artistic and experimental. And, you know, speaking of Lynch, we kind of have a through line to Lynch and some of the later filmmakers that were able to kind of like start in a kind of more of an experimental art realm and then move into the mainstream. And that's with our writer-director tonight, Curtis Harrington, who we've actually seen a film of his before on the show, How Awful About Allan.
Oh,
yeah. He was the director of How Awful About, which that was a TV
get a
movie.
Blind weremaid.
We can only be so lucky. Yeah, nothing will beat a blind man driving full speed down a city street. Yeah, that was pretty great. I don't think we're gonna get quite on that level. But this is actually his first feature film, and we're gonna learn about his career tonight. He kind of came out of kind of the avant-garde experimental film movement, and then got into mainstream filmmaking. And again, kind of was a precedent for what would come later. But we'll get into all that tonight. He's got a really cool story. You know me, I love my context and I love my facts. So we're gonna get plenty of that. And yeah, so it's gonna be great. And speaking of great as always. Evan brings his own little touch of greatness to the show as he comes up with a delicious cocktail to pair with the evening's film and a little segment which he calls
What were you drinking?
And what are we going to be drinking to kick off season 17, Evan?
So I had a little bit of fun coming up with this week's cocktail because I was thinking like, okay, we got a mermaid movie. Where can I go with this? And well, Garrett, let me just ask you: have you ever had a slippery nipple?
I don't think so.
Okay, have you ever had a buttery nipple? You ever heard of a buttery
I've
nipple?
definitely heard of it. I feel like I've either almost gotten one or maybe I have gotten one, but I couldn't quite remember if that's.
They're pretty tasty, but like I learned this week just that it has a predecessor, and I love it. I love it when like. I love it when drinks have like a family tree. There's like a history to be learned, like what's the original and what got swapped out. And so before the buttery nipple, there was the slippery nipple, which it's instead of butterscotch schnapps, it's sambuca. So it's sambuca and Irish cream. But I thought, well, we got a mermaid. That's that's ocean, so that's not enough. So we have to add just a little bit of salt.
Just a touch.
Just a touch of salt, because I'm being careful with salt. We've had too much salt
Learned our lesson
on this show before. To make tonight's drink the salty nipple. So Garrett, have you ever had sambuca before?
I have not. I don't know what sambuca is. We were talking about this last night.
So blind spot. I'd never had sambuca. I've never had it either. Do you want to tell the audience what it smells like?
Oh God, I'm afraid. Oh no!
It's a good smell.
Is it a good?
Well, it might be. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, you're scaring me, Evan. Smells like licorice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say absinthe.
Yeah. Well,
but...
yeah. Hey, we were just talking about wormwood.
we were, weren't we? We'll talk more about that later. But yes, oh God. Yeah, I'm actually glad you didn't choose something with absinthe. I don't know if we'd be able to handle it. Yeah, it's doesn't smell bad. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, are you a licorice guy? Well, some people really do not like licorice.
I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either.
I like licorice. I think I like it. I didn't like it as a kid, but there's something about it. Like, I feel like the older I get, like I just like need strong flavors in order to feel anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so I've the layers. I think I may have butchered these.
Oh no!
It's tough to do in the tall shot glasses to make the layers. They look odd, but they should. It's all the same.
Oh goodness gracious! Jeez, I don't know, Evan.
Is this safe to drink?
I don't know about that. That looks a little thick.
I think it's supposed to.
All right. Well, so we're just throwing these back, huh?
It's a shot, baby.
Oh.
Season 17, the salty nipple. Everybody, cheers.
Cheers.
Not bad. Not bad. I don't know how I feel about the salt. It adds something.
I actually like the salt.
The salt's pretty, like, it's...
I needed the salt.
I'm actually kind of digging the salt. It's weird because, like, that's the first time I've ever even had sambuca, so I don't even know...
What it really
tastes
like, what it should
people
taste
usually
like.
Drink it with salt.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Sambuca,
yeah, that's surprisingly good. Again, don't let the appearance fool you. It's kind of like kind of like a caramel chocolate. You know, it's got
Yeah.
kind of like a chocolatey kind of
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, which I did use the chocolate Irish cream. It's a slight, hey everybody, I'm a little off recipe.
That helps though. I
But
like that. That's
ours
good.
was a little more chocolatey because I just I didn't want to go buy more Irish cream before I used all of the chocolate Irish cream. I figured let's just put it up. So
Well, that was good. You know, I'm a fan of chocolate, so the chocolate Irish cream I feel like was a good move.
good with the salt, chocolate and salt.
It is.
Works
It
pretty
is.
well. But the cool thing is, so shots are really easy to make.
Yeah.
And so, we could do a different variation later in the show. If we want to, you said you've never had a buttery nipple.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Which I also feel like salt and butterscotch, salt and caramel could go.
Yes.
Could be pretty good.
Pretty good.
Could be worth trying out.
I'm here
Stick
for it.
around later in the show.
Very nice. Keeping the surprises coming. I love to see it. Evan's gonna be, again, he's gonna be transmuting this cocktail to create other cocktails. What does that sound like to you? That kind of sounds like magic.
I'm creating more more branches on the family tree.
I love it. I mean, and again, we're gonna be getting a little witchy tonight. We're gonna get into the occult tonight because
I feel like we've already been.
We
there
kind of have
with that. I hope everybody's okay after that introduction there.
After the short in our pre-roll. I wanted to give everybody kind of a magical primer for what we're dealing with tonight. But that short actually is a great setup because that short, titled The Wormwood Star, it was directed by the director and writer of tonight's film, Curtis Harrington. It was one of his early short films. That's how he started his career as an experimental filmmaker, doing a lot of shorts. And we'll get into kind of the circles and stuff that he was in. We'll talk about that tonight. But he fell in with this woman named Marjorie Cameron, who was an artist and a poet, and she was the subject of that short. She was the woman that was in it. Those were her paintings. She was the one narrating it. And she's a really interesting character, and she's also
I bet.
Yeah. Well, she's in tonight's movie.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
why, like even more, like it's straight down the line. It's a good primer because she's in the movie, and she's credited as the Water Witch.
Okay.
So
It's a typecast.
Exactly. You get a real witch. This may be the only
We hired
time.
a real
Mark
witch,
it. This
bro.
may be the first time and if there was anybody that could do it, it was Curtis Harrington.
Good casting.
We'll get into why. It's
Good representation, I think.
it's very interesting. There's a lot still written about this movie, and so we're gonna, by the end of the night, we'll kind of decide where does this stand. Would you put this up in the upper pantheons of public domain horror, or do you find it more mid-tier? Again, even would you call it a horror movie? Those are questions we're gonna answer as we get into tonight's movie. I mean, yes, I think you can call it a horror movie.
Would you
but
call this a movie?
who knows? That's for you to decide. That's gonna be great. So, anything before we get into it, Evan?
So season 17. I just want to remind everybody that the even if the cost of certain goods goes up, our show stays free.
Free for life. It's our guarantee. It's a Scream Stream promise. I love it. Thank you, Evan. Thank you for putting the people's minds at ease. I appreciate your reassurances. Well, on that note, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Night Tide right now. Now I did upload this beforehand to make sure there were no claims on it. It's apparently good to go. Knock on wood. I believe this was shot at the Santa Monica Pier, Venice Beach area. So, get some nice locales. Telltale harp. All right. Now, apparently, the title for this movie does come from some lines from an Edgar Allan Poe poem, Annabelle Lee. And Harrington was a big Poe aficionado. I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've been in a photo booth.
I don't think I've ever been in a photo booth.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Evan, you're gonna have to put that down on the bucket list.
Yeah, gosh. Gotta go to the mall. Now.
Gods, I gotta go.
Oh, the grotto.
Ooh. What is a grotto? Blue. Some kind of jazz joint.
Some kind of jazz grotto.
So apparently these are not actors. These are all people who are just at the club. Sunglasses indoors. Count me in. I'm here for it. Let's go. Ba-da-ba-da.
What's up, sweet feet?
Sweet feet in the house, welcome. Hope you're doing good on this Friday. Digging the jazz, man. Here for it.
Jazz flute. Going hard.
Oh, hell yeah. What does he got? He's got a... I guess he gave him to pour in the mug, but, like, still, like... Why only pour, like, half of it in and then walk around with both?
Two-fisting.
And then a cigarette. That's a method actor right there. Give me business. Give me plenty of business. Jack's in the house. Welcome, Jack. Oh, guy looks burned out. Hey now. So like only the slightest head nods back and forth. She's moving though.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Excuse me, do you mind if I sit here? I can't see anything but their backs from where I'm sitting.
It's all right.
Thank you. That's really a great combo, huh?
I'd like to listen, please.
Wow. Got him. Bro, I don't know you. I'm just trying to watch this band play. I'm not trying to get hit on right now.
I'm here for the music.
How much you respect the players, okay?
That's real fine music, isn't it?
Yes, I like it.
You mind if I buy you a drink?
No, thank you.
I'd like to.
No, thank you.
Is this our...
I think so.
Sidema, taberis, metus tecusum, agapimo. One, poli sindoma, tasinanditume sana.
Who was that woman?
I don't know.
Well, what did she say to you?
Nothing. Would you pay my check for me, please?
Ooh, nice.
Hey, wait a minute.
That was just her friend helping her get out of paying her tab. We got a scam where I come up and scare you and you have an excuse to leave.
I'll come up and start speaking in tongues and you get out.
You stick this guy with the bill. I mean, I'm almost certain that probably was just some nonsense language or some kind of... We'll talk about Cameron, Marjorie Cameron. She liked to be called Cameron. That's how she's credited here. We'll talk later about her. What language she could be speaking.
Hi.
Why are you following me?
Well, you left so fast, I don't know how to reach you or anything. Like, I'd like to see you again if it's okay.
It's impossible.
Hey, wait. Just let me talk to you for a little while. I'll just walk along with you. Shouldn't be out alone on a night like this anyway.
This guy does not
Would I
know
be
how to
safe
take
with
a
you?
hint.
Yes? Hey, I know that woman upset you. I thought maybe you'd need somebody to talk to. Come on, is this the way? Okay?
You can trust me. I'm a seaman.
Here's where I live.
It's a merry-go-round.
Mm-hmm.
Do you live inside a wooden horse?
No. My apartment is upstairs.
It must be pretty noisy living over a
That's
merry-go-round.
Sometimes. But I love the music.
An indoor
It
merry-go-round?
reminds me of when...
Of when you were a kid?
Yes. Well, good night.
Wait a minute. I don't even know your name.
Hmm.
My name's Johnny.
Okay,
I am
Alana, I
called
got
Mora.
Aren't you gonna invite me upstairs for a while?
See, old radios, I don't
have
know
to
if
go
it's
in.
public domain
Just
or
for a
not.
while.
If it was, I would love to show peeping.
Good night, Johnny.
Because it is legendary. Dang, dude, making a
Sheesh.
move so quick. She is clearly not about it.
Hey, Mora? Well, can I see you tomorrow? Please?
All right. I'll fix breakfast for you.
Okay, what time?
Around 11.
Hey, now
Okay,
that's
I'll be here at
brunch.
11.
With a late breakfast.
Good night.
Night.
I was waiting on edge to see what time breakfast was gonna be at. Now, what is your concept of breakfast? Cause mine is 7 a.m. for getting breakfast. Time to make the bacon. Oh my God, really? Place looks abandoned.
Good morning. You opening up the merry-go-round already?
Sure am. Sunday's our big day.
Those look like beautiful horses. Do you mind if I look at them?
Sure, go right ahead, son.
Thank you.
Don't cost nothing to look. Them horses are all hand-carved. Imported from Bavaria. Most people don't notice how special they are. They're the finest in the country.
Damn.
Morning, Dad.
Good morning, Ellen. Just showing this young man here what fine horses we got. Oh, excuse me. This is my granddaughter, Ellen.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name, son?
Johnny Drake. How are you?
Dad, have you got the key to the cash box?
Oh, yeah. Got him here somewhere.
So we saw her before in Dementia 13. She was the chick that got
I
axed.
better be getting
in the lake.
upstairs. I'll see you around.
Louise.
Beautiful horses.
Who are you going to visit?
Well, I'm just going to visit a girl named Maura.
Maura.
Uh-huh.
I ain't never seen you around here before. You, just...
James in the house.
meet her or
Welcome,
something?
James.
No, I've known her for a while.
Oh.
Well, I'll see you around.
Well, so long, son.
Okay.
Whoa. Is that? Yeah, that's Bruno Visoda. I think that's his name. We saw him briefly when we tried to watch Daughter of Horror.
Oh, yeah.
He did some. He's been in some other movies.
I still haven't gone back.
I know. I haven't either. I
need
need
to
to.
go back
Yeah.
and watch that.
We did justice for what was that? Night of the Mutilated, Shriek of the Mutilated. Got to do justice to Daughter of Horror.
Yes, who is it?
It's me, Johnny.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come in.
Thank you.
Welcome, James Jenkins.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
This is quite a place you got here.
Thank you. I collect things from the ocean.
Yeah, so I see.
Can I take your hat?
Thank you.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Good. Breakfast is ready. I have it on the balcony.
Nice.
Come on.
Where's the balcony?
Right here.
Oh.
Now, what is she gonna do with his hat? Damn. Beautiful.
Hey, Maura.
Yes.
Sure have a great view.
Thank you. I love it.
Let's make a toast.
All right.
To you and me, and to the beautiful Pacific.
To us, Johnny.
Man, moving fast.
I hope you like fish. I found these wonderful fresh mackerel
For
this morning.
breakfast?
Well, it is 11.
Ah, I guess.
That's what it's called at lunch.
Oh, I love food from the ocean, especially lobster and crab and sea urchin. Do you ever
Yeah,
eat sea
old
urchin?
radios. I was
No, I
trying
never
to
have.
figure out if it was a wig
It's
or
like a
not.
wonderful
I couldn't
ocean
tell.
fruit. You scoop them out like a pomegranate.
I'd like to taste one sometime.
Oh, they're rare around here, but I think I know where I can get some. Maybe next time?
Okay.
I'm not sold on this fish for breakfast.
Good.
What do you do? I mean, do you work or what?
Yes, I work. In fact, I have to work today.
On Sunday? What do you do?
When I told you my name, hadn't you ever heard it before?
No, I don't think so.
Kind of a
I
celebrity
work
around
on the
here.
amusement pier. I'm an attraction.
What are you, a dancer?
No?
They throw baseballs at you. Don't they? No, really, don't they?
No. My job isn't dangerous.
I give up. What do you do?
I'm a mermaid.
You're a what?
A mermaid. Half woman, half fish.
I don't get it.
Oh, it's very simple. I wear an artificial fishtail, and I lie in a tank that looks like it's filled with water. And people pay 25 cents and come and look at me. And that's how I make my living.
It looks
So
like
she
it's
doesn't
filled with
even
water.
swim.
Why isn't it just filled with water?
Well, they do
Sometimes.
that act nowadays. I've seen.
But it's restful
I've
anyway.
seen
do.
people do the mermaid act.
I told you about myself. What about you?
Me, I'm a member of the U.S. Navy. Really want to know?
Yes.
Well, my mother, my father left my mother and I when I was very young. So I became very close to my mother. And I've always wanted to see the world, and I never had a chance to. I couldn't. Then my mother fell ill and died. So I figured the easiest way to get out of Denver, Colorado was
What
to
a
join the
wild
Navy,
location.
see the world.
Like, God.
But I haven't seen any of it yet.
You will.
I hope so.
The goals.
Are you going to eat any more?
No.
They're attracted by the food on your plate.
Goddamn goals.
Had
Look
like
at that
one
one.
bite of fish.
Watch them. One will come too close. They get bolder and bolder.
Hey.
Ah. Oh my God.
Gotcha.
I
Wow.
won't hurt you.
And now we've got dinner.
Surprised you, didn't I?
Where did you ever learn to do something like that?
I don't remember. Probably on the island where I was born.
I
Hey.
learned it at Mermaid College.
There, there. Don't be afraid, little bird. I won't hurt you. Sweet bird, don't be afraid.
Nice.
I like those.
My
What?
poster.
Nice.
Oh, is that supposed to be you?
Mm-hmm. It's the way I look when I'm in my costume.
Wow. I gotta see this.
You will. I wonder where Sam is.
Who's Sam?
He's the owner of the show. My boss, as you say.
Basically.
Hey, aren't you afraid people are gonna see you
Sally's
out
in
here?
the house.
They
Hello,
don't pay any
Sally.
attention to the place until Sam begins to spiel.
Oh, yeah?
Caught you, Captain Murdoch.
I beg your pardon. Oh, I was just thinking, my dear. Yes, I was merely contemplating some important matters in the quiet peace of the summer afternoon. Why are you so late?
I'm not late enough to make any difference.
It's just resting my eyes.
Run along now and get ready, will you?
Oh, I will, but I want to introduce a friend of mine. This is Johnny Drake, Captain Murdoch.
How do you do?
How are you?
Hurry along now. I'll be warming up the amplifier.
All right, I'm going to put my costume on. I'll call you when I'm ready.
Hey, you're not gonna be long, are you?
No.
Okay.
Gotta
Sure, it's a
work.
hot day
She's
today.
gotta work. Bro, you can't
yes,
be harassing
fine.
her work.
See you at the end of my shift.
That right over there must really shake you out. You ever tried it?
No, looking at it all day is enough for me.
Same, bro.
Tell me, young man, you've been sailing the seas for how long?
Oh, not long at all. I've only gone as far as the Hawaiian Islands. I'm stationed down in Pedro.
Ah, that's a pity. That's a pity. I thought we might reminisce. You know, compare notes as one seaman to another. You know, I'm retired from His Majesty's service.
Oh, you mean the English Navy?
Precisely, the English Navy. Later on, I became captain of my own ship. That's how I found her, on one of my voyages.
You mean Mora?
Yes, well, perhaps she's told you all about it.
No, she hasn't. She told me something about coming from an island.
You know, you might be interested in that story. It's a very unusual one. Now, why don't you come and visit me sometime?
Well, listen, maybe I can come down some weekend when I have liberty.
Yes, no hurry at all. But I tell you what, I'll give you my card. I live in Venice. It's not as grand as its Italian namesake, but it has a certain charm, nevertheless.
Captain Samuel Murdoch.
Yes.
I'm ready, Johnny.
Oh,
That's his
well,
first name.
I'll see you around.
Yes, goodbye.
Bye.
Old radios, you should. It's. I mean, it's been a while since I saw it, but I mean, again, if you like Lynch, you'll like the movie.
Mora, ladies and gentlemen. Mora the
I saw
mermaid.
it after Twin Peaks, and it just kind of felt like a proto Twin Peaks.
See her alive. See her
100%.
living underwater. Half woman, half fish. The strangest creature in captivity. For 25 cents, ladies and gentlemen. $0.25.
Marquee.
The thrill of your life. Only 25 cents. Mora the mermaid.
So what, he's just going in here to leer at her now? Damn. Showing full tail.
Service from San Pedro, Wilmington, Long Beach, Los Angeles, now arriving gate 1.
Santa Monica Station.
Diddly diddly.
I think he was frolicking back there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good night.
Are you going to sleep?
No,
Don't you want to go for a swim?
I'll go a little later. You get cramps if you go in now.
Oh,
I've
that's
never
a myth.
believed that.
It's true, though. It's very, very dangerous to go in the water right after you've eaten.
Maybe.
Hey, Moore, what's with this Sam character?
Sam?
Yeah.
Nothing. What do you mean?
I mean, what's his story? Who is he?
You've been thinking about him, haven't you?
Yeah, sort of. Sort of a funny old guy.
He's just a lonely old man.
Do you know him very well?
Quite well. He's my employer. Sometimes I think my only friend.
He's your only friend? What about me?
Of course, you. You don't know me very well. Maybe after you get to know me.
I think I know you pretty well.
On our third meeting? No. But I'd like you to know me better. I'm not afraid of that.
Why should you be afraid?
Tell me, did Sam say anything to you about me?
He said that he found you on some island.
Yes, he did. He found me as an orphan on the island of
Long
Mykonos. I was just a child, and he adopted me.
You mean he's your,
My guardian. He's been like a father to me. I owe him everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't even realize. If I said anything unkind about him, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I know that he's a strange man. But he's been so good to me, and I'm grateful. And I know you can understand that because of what you told me about your mother. Would you like some more coffee?
I love some.
Coffee on the beach?
Why not?
Better be iced coffee.
You love the sun, don't you?
Yes. The sun
Doesn't everybody?
and the moon and the stars.
And the sea.
Fuck the sun.
Yes, the sea. Guess I love the sea most of all. But I'm afraid of it, too.
Guess we're all a little afraid of what we love. Hey, Maura,
Yes?
you're awfully far away.
Fingernails, dude. Shit. Yikes. Those things are sharp.
Those mermaid claws.
And that is gonna take us to our first break. I'm getting ahead of myself. Our first break. So that was the exciting first third of Night Tide. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
Man, what a roller coaster of a relationship this has been.
It's been moving very fast,
quick.
right? Yeah, very quick. He's definitely, he bought in very fast. She's been kind of coy. She's been playing it cool. He's a little head over heels. I don't know. It's so far so good. It's not terrible, but you can start to feel kind of the subtle tension creeping in. It hasn't quite revealed itself yet. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? You know, I'd say the pace is definitely it. Like, the relationship is moving fast, but the pace of the movie is very, like, it's not fast paced, but it's not slow. I wouldn't say it's slow pace either, but it's taking its time to really, like, set a mood, set a vibe, set an atmosphere. I feel like, I don't know if that's...
Yeah, it is like just like it's like a tinge unsettling.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's...
It feels like there's a shoe is going to drop.
Right, you're waiting for, yeah, because especially in a movie that you know is supposed to be horror, suspense, thriller, if everything's happy, perfect, it's like, right, I know it's not going to stay this way, so...
Yeah. When's that witch coming?
When's the... Yeah, witch, right, exactly. It was nice.
When's Ursula coming back?
It was Ursula, yeah. She would have been a great Ursula. It was good to kind of have her come in so quick, like to establish that there's this like strange woman like kind of following her around. But yeah, now they're leaving us hanging on that, so that's cool. And yeah, I'm still gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we get a little more of her before I go into Marjorie Cameron, because like you're not even gonna believe some of the things she's involved with, like the people that she crossed paths with. It's very interesting. But our writer, sorry, I keep leaving that part out. Writer-director, Curtis Harrington. Again, this was his first film. I think this was based on a short story that he wrote like a few years before this. And then he was like, oh, I think that would make like an interesting movie. And it was completely independent. Like, this is maybe a few years after Roger Corman hit the ground running.
Yeah, remind me, what year are we at?
So the movie was shot in 1960. Shot in 1960. I think Corman got his start in like 55, 56. And Corman's actually got some connections to this movie. I'll reveal those shortly. But yeah, like, you know, Corman still had like some decent connections. He was able to leverage a lot of things. Like Curtis Harrington, like, didn't necessarily come from that kind of field. I mean, he was very much like an experimental avant-garde artist, like first and foremost. And that's kind of like, again, we talked about earlier in the show how Dennis Hopper, you know, Francis Ford Coppola, Jack Nicholson, there are all these like actors, writers, directors who were kind of known as New Hollywood in the early 70s. Their movies were like pushing the boundaries and they were doing things that were different. And a lot of them were like, again, like Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Spielberg later on, like all those guys, I don't know if Spielberg, but definitely like Lucas, Coppola, they went to film school, right? They were kind of like the first generation to really take over Hollywood that had been a students of Hollywood first. But that's the thing, before those guys, you had someone like Curtis Harrington, who was kind of like in the first wave of people to graduate like the newly invented educational field of film studies.
Yeah, when did film school kind of become a thing?
So post-war,
Okay.
post-World War II, it started to become more of an academic thing that was being taught, especially obviously the big schools in California. It was taught, and so Curtis Harrington was like kind of one of the first that actually went from, you know, film school, and eventually made his way to. But again, unlike those guys, Francis Ford Coppola, those other people, he didn't, you know, do film school and then kind of get into Hollywood, you know, within a few years. He spent a lot of time as an experimental filmmaker making his own short films. Again, we saw one earlier, The Wormwood Star. But that was what he was doing, right? He was making these avant-garde short films. He was really inspired by Poe, the works of Poe, but also I think he saw The Black Cat with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi when he was a kid. I think that was a big influence on him. And then, you know, again, he was a gay filmmaker at a time where that wasn't, filmmakers weren't really open about that. And he kind of came onto the scene at the same time as this other experimental filmmaker, Kenneth Anger, who was really involved in like magic and the occult, which we'll kind of get more into later. But that was the thing. That was Harrington kind of bridged a gap between these like kind of artistic underground sensibilities with traditional film study, traditional film scholarship, leading into straight up like Hollywood filmmaking. That was where he ended up. But starting out, it was very much, let's, you know, this was his first movie. I think even here, he understood he wants to make an art film. He wants to make something that's kind of moody and experimental, but he's got to kind of put like an exploitation movie sheen on it. You got to take a page out of the Roger Corman playbook to like get butts in seats, for lack of a better word, which coincidentally didn't really work out with this film. It didn't do great at the box office, but you know, I think he learned that lesson with this film and then later films, which you know, again, we were talking about Roger Corman. Corman kind of gave him, after this film, well, with this film actually, Corman kind of gave him work essentially, because when Harrington went to make this film, he knew, okay, I need like a deal to get like investors to give me money. If I can get a distribution deal. So he reached out to Roger Corman. Roger Corman gave him a distribution deal on this film with Roger Corman's film group, who that was his own independent company that released Bucket of Blood and The Wasp Woman, a lot of movies of his that we've shown on this show. Roger Corman, had his own company for that. And so that was the thing. Roger Corman's company had the distribution rights initially for this film. But it kind of like went through some like trouble getting distributed. So it was like made in 1960, was supposed to be put out in 61, but it wasn't released until 1963. But I think Roger got it in the hands of American International Pictures, who released it in 63. And so then Roger got him other work, and those are the two trailers that we're going to see for the break. The first is for, both of these are science fiction films. It's kind of strange because Corman had the habit of like buying foreign films, and in this case he bought some Russian science fiction films. It was like, all right, I'm going to hire some American filmmakers to shoot like new footage to splice in with the Russian like special effects stuff. So he hired right, well, that's classic Corman. So we hired Harrington to do these two films, and I don't think Harrington liked doing them at all because, again, he's an artistic filmmaker, right? He's more of an artist. And so the idea of, all right, well, you're just kind of padding out, you're using this other footage to just come up with something to kind of make a quick buck. But I mean, hey, work is work. Who's going to say no? And Harrington, he didn't. And so after Night Tide, a few years after it came out, he did the first one of these called Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, which is what it sounds like. That's the first trailer we're going to see. And then he did another film entitled Queen of Blood, which is actually kind of looked at nowadays as like a prototype for the movie Alien, because it kind of deals with a crew that is going to check out this shipwreck, and they find this survivor, but it turns out to be an alien who's trying to get an alien queen who's trying to get her babies like out and like, spread them. And so it's interesting. It's got Basil Rathbone in it, and John Saxon, and Dennis Hopper again. But he played more of a smaller role in that film. But Curtis Harrington did those two films for Corman, and then he started getting like studio work after that. So it worked out for him, right? Like, if you can work for Corman for a handful of films, and they come off decent enough that a studio is like, we'll hire you, then you're doing something right. But again, I think he had a reputation for being more than, he wasn't just an exploitation filmmaker. That wasn't like even working for Corman. Like, I think he's putting an artistic touch on things, and it shows through. And we'll see more of that tonight. But we're gonna get these two trailers for some Curtis Harrington, Roger Corman films, Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet and Queen of Blood. And then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of Night Tide. So stick around. We'll be right back.
The year 2020. The moon has been explored and colonized, and the next space goal is about to be reached. The first landing by man on the planet Venus.
We are now gathering all possible data in preparation for landing. However, no observation from orbit can let us know the answer to the most important question we've come to ask of Venus. Does life in any form exist on this planet? And if so, what kind?
Here he comes again. You just look here. That's only a petrified tree.
Only? Why, it's a bronze statue.
And much more, Hans. The eye of an idol.
An idol?
Yes, a reptile. A reptile resembling that flying monster that attacked us earlier. Up there.
You're right, Andre. I'm not laughing anymore. There was a civilization here.
And I'll bet you there still is.
When technology reaches the perfection of interplanetary commuting and daring astronauts are venturing beyond to far distant galaxies, scientists will still be searching for the mysteries of the unknown.
We have amazing news for you. It turns out they landed on Phobos.
Who's they?
The astronauts from the other planet. The rescue ship landed here and one of them is alive.
You understand how important it is to keep her well and to bring her back with you safely.
What evil power pulsates the strange ovum the Queen is trying to smuggle to Earth?
We can't let these creatures breed on Earth.
Alan, that's not for us to decide.
Queen of Blood. A tantalizing, mystifying enigma.
She's gorged herself of fresh blood. She's a monster. We have a good supply of blood plasma with us. We'll use that to feed her.
And if we run out of plasma, Commander?
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet and Queen of Blood, two films from the writer-director of tonight's movie, Curtis Harrington. And I mean, again, you know, Roger Corman gave a lot of people work like throughout the 60s. And this is kind of an early example, I think. And people that went on to do bigger and better things. And like, again, Harrington, like he did a few movies after this for big studios, and I mean, it worked out for him. Corman just always had a habit of putting people on, and I mean, I think he always saw talent. So
yeah,
you know, and Corman.
Welcome, Lauren.
Oh, Lauren's in the house. Hope you're doing well tonight. Corman also always had a thing for like artsy kind of filmmakers, and like you know, he was one of the like
the kind of people who would be willing to work for Roger Corman.
Well, yeah, it's like, hey, like you'll let me do whatever I want. Well, you know, but I mean, Corman obviously understood the commercial, but he was also like, he'd pick up like foreign-made films and distribute them in America, like throughout the 70s. Like he was fond of art films. Like those are the kind of films he personally liked to watch. Corman was not, he didn't like to watch exploitation. He preferred things that were more artistic and more. So he probably like really took to Curtis Harrington's work and style. And again, just the fact that he was a student of film. Like Curtis Harrington, like he was friends with like Orson Welles. He and Dennis Hopper both appear in Orson Welles' movie The Other Side of the Wind as themselves, because it's shot. It was a Hollywood set movie that's actually a found footage movie, and it has real like filmmakers and actors playing themselves mixed in with people playing characters, and it was like shot in the 70s. It wasn't released until 2018.
Okay.
And they released a whole side movie that was just footage that Orson Welles had shot of Orson Welles talking to Dennis Hopper. There's like a whole like Hopper Welles, and it's
I'm
like
gonna check this out.
It's fucking wild. Other Side of the Wind is a crazy movie. I had always like been interested in it growing up because I was like, you're telling me there's this Orson Welles movie that like will never see the light of day, and then Netflix got it. Of course, Netflix got it out there, but I really loved it. I think it's great. I mean, you got to put context to it, but in context, it's really interesting. But it's found footage. Of course, only Orson Welles in the 70s would have come up with that. But it's great. It's so good.
I'm just picturing Orson Welles in the Blair Witch now.
I mean, yeah, this is essentially Orson Welles'. It is a horror movie if you're a old, washed-up film director. It's certainly a horror movie. It's great. Yeah, Curtis Harrington is in it as himself, talking with other film directors, kind of like, it's kind of a little hoity-toity conversation about the medium, the medium of film. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see like Curtis Harrington, like that was him. Like we wouldn't have the movie. We wouldn't be able to see the movie The Old Dark House from 1932 with Boris Karloff, and it was directed by James Whale. That movie was at risk of being lost, and then in the 60s, Curtis Harrington was like actively the one that fought to make sure that the existing print was like restored and like kept up and not like lost to the elements. And I love, if you haven't seen The Old Dark House, like it's the ultimate, because there'd already been so many Old Dark House, like it is a parody. Like James Whale, it's his comedy. And Curtis Harrington actually like befriended James Whale towards the end of his life. Hence my Bride of Frankenstein shirt. Also, The Bride is coming out this weekend. I don't know. Maybe I'll see it. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. If I see it, I'll report back. But yeah, so I don't know. So Curtis Harrington has this really interesting like place in the world of film as an experimental filmmaker who then went on to the mainstream. Which again, you think of David Lynch, you think of, you think of some of these other people that kind of got their, somebody like John Waters. People that kind of did things that were like really out there, but then, however many years down the road, a studio isn't afraid to like give them some money and see what they can do. Like, yeah, David Lynch, we're Showtime. We can give you millions of dollars to do an 18 episode miniseries. Sure. You don't get studios, big companies taking risks on artistic experimental filmmakers. Like Curtis Harrington was one of the first artistic experimental filmmakers that studios were like, do we take a chance on this guy? Do we give this guy money? All right, give him some money. Now he's not doing Lynchian stuff, but
do we know if any of the people who greenlit the third season of Twin Peaks were just like big fans of the original? Because enough time had passed, I feel like, that somebody who was just like, a fan back in the day could have risen to some decision making.
Absolutely. I'm sure that there were fans, but again, at the end of the day, especially at that level, it's always a business decision. Is this gonna either make a lot of money, or is it gonna be so highly acclaimed that it's totally worth it? And probably more so the latter than the former. But still, that's what you hope for when you take a risk on a really artsy filmmaker. But this was a case where the budget was like probably somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000, and it was Curtis Harrington was kind of getting the money himself. There wasn't like, you know, again, this is kind of also pointed to as a very early, like truly indie film. You know, it's just before you start getting other I mean, again, Carnival of Souls was like a year after this, 2 years after this, so kind of puts it in perspective. You know, we're about to get back into this movie, and so far we've had a kind of a nice little, like a kind of a romantic kind of like, we had a little, it wasn't really a meet cute. They were just in a bar looking at each other. But isn't that often kind of just some people, that's the story, right? We're both just in this bar and we met eyes, and
I just kept badgering you, and now we're dating.
Yeah. They don't talk about the ... as I really harassed the shit out of you before you finally said yes.
Kind of a harass cute.
A harass cute. Thank you. Evan just coined a whole. Evan just revolutionized the terminology there. We're nicely done. Yeah, I think that it's the relationship has moved fast, but it's interesting. But we're waiting for the turn. We know it's coming up. But we've had some undertones, and again, we had our witch woman.
Yeah, he's met the father already. He's got to meet the mother.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I like that. And we'll be talking more about the actress playing our witch woman, Marjorie Cameron. Again, we'll talk about kind of how Curtis Harrington, very big into the art experimental scene, but also, again, at that time in California, you're also going to cross paths with some more occult circles, and we don't realize how big the occult. And we're about to get in some wild territory at the next break. So, but we're gonna get the movie to kind of, you know, like kind of continue to kind of give us some background, and then I'm gonna drop some bombs on you in the next break. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Some real explosives for sure.
Stay tuned.
Anything before we get into the exciting middle of Nighttide, Evan?
Man, I feel like I've got so many more like movies on my to watch list now. So I guess I'm just gonna have to get sick again.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get caught up on my movies.
Can check them off. Yeah, just what illness can you start like putting them with the movie, pairing them? I really think this would go well with Other Side of the Wind. Yeah, like dude, yeah, that's pretty great. Evan's got a plan.
You'd be like a path Bollier.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I love it. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Nighttide right now. See?
Hey, Mora, you gonna dance for us?
She's doing the robot.
Interpretive dancing.
Turn back into a mermaid.
Yeah, James, I wish. Just
flopping around.
I'm flopping around. I can dig it.
Jazz Beach.
Cool shot.
Johnny? You okay? Huh?
I'm all right.
You just stay there for a minute. It's all right. You okay?
Yes.
Could you get back a little? You okay?
Yes.
It was that woman, wasn't it? Huh?
What woman?
I didn't see anybody.
Oh.
Creepy. Yeah, Luana Anders.
Here's your coffee, Dad.
Thank you, dear.
She worked with Jack Nicholson like a lot. Like I don't know if he was like
Hi.
hooked her up or
Hi,
what.
how are
But,
you?
like, many of his '70s movies she was in.
dear. We were just having some tea. Do you want some?
Well, I was just going out for some coffee.
Oh, you can have that here. I just said tea, but I meant coffee. Madame Romanovich here is the only one who drinks tea.
Madame Romanovich.
And how are you, lad?
Hi there, how are you?
Pretty fine, pretty fine.
That's good.
Sit down, young man.
Mm.
What a dreadful invention these tea bags are. If everyone insisted on using tea bags, I'd never be able to read anyone's tea leaves. Isn't that so, young man?
Yeah,
I guess.
Of course, for myself, it doesn't really matter. I can't read my own anyway. Fortune tellers never can, you know. They can see for everybody else, but not for themselves. It's quite frustrating at times.
Must be.
Who cuts the barber's hair?
Thank you.
Wow, think about it.
Who delivers the mailman's mail?
How long you been in the Navy?
Just a little over a year.
What part of the country are you from?
Awkward.
I'm from Denver, Colorado. Now, this is my first time out on the coast.
Oh, then you are a visitor in our midst.
Yeah, I guess you could call me that. I like it out here. When I get out of the Navy, I'd like to locate out here.
Hello, folks.
Oh, hello. Dad, it's Lieutenant Henderson.
Oh, how are you, Lieutenant? Fine.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
No, thank you, I can't. You haven't seen anything new or unusual, have you?
No, I haven't. Have you, Dad?
No. How's things with you, Lieutenant? You come across any new clues?
Maybe. We're not quite sure about it yet, though. There's not very much to go on.
It's nice to know you ain't just given up.
Well, I'd better be on my way. See you all again soon.
Well, bye, Lieutenant.
Bye.
What was that all about?
That was Lieutenant Henderson of the Venice Police. He was asking us about Maura.
Maura, what about her?
You're a stranger here, and I guess you don't know what everybody here knows.
Ellen, dear,
Ooh.
you're meddling.
But I think you ought to know. I think somebody ought to tell him. Don't you, Dad?
Why, sure. Certainly ain't no secret.
In the past 2 years, Maura's had 2 boyfriends, and they're both dead now.
Ooh.
What, do the police think that had something to do with her?
Nothing's been proved.
No, not yet. But don't you think the fact that it's happened twice is enough? They were both nice boys. They went around with her.
A blue broad.
Then suddenly, they disappear. A few days later, their bodies are found, washed up on shore, drowned.
Nevertheless, my dear, there wasn't a shred of evidence that it wasn't simply a most unfortunate coincidence. The police haven't been able to make a single arrest.
I know, but if she didn't cause their deaths, then
Is
she
this the
brings
one with the
bad luck,
butterscotch?
and that's almost as bad.
This is a butt, so
I
well,
bet
it's
she
a
didn't
salted
tell you
butter.
about those boys, did she?
Hello, merry-go-round.
Oh, we want to ride the merry-go-round.
Okay, I'll be right back.
It's fucking delicious.
Just hold it right now.
You gotta love that
Hey, sailor.
butterscotch.
Yeah. It's for you.
That's funny because nobody knows I'm
Butterscotch
here.
fucking slaps. So the old woman, we saw her, I think at
Hello?
the beginning of last summer of Schlock in the movie Monstrosity.
Hello?
She was the old lady that was trying to get
Hello?
the like body of the attractive young women that were brought to her house, trying to get her brain. But then like she got the brain of her cat, I think, or
Yeah.
the cat got her brain. I think that's what it was. The cat got her brain.
Oh, I don't know.
That was like around the same time. This is like a few
Look,
years.
something's come
before
up. I'm gonna have to go. Thank you for the coffee.
Marjorie,
Young man!
who was also an artist. So again, I
Do
guess
drop by and
Harrington.
see
Just,
me. The cards will tell you a great deal.
damn, it's walking very fast. Hey, lady, I recognize you. Slow down. Cool.
Lady, where are you going?
It's a ridiculous chase scene. I always think it's funny whenever like the person in front is going really slow and the person behind them is like running and they still can't catch it.
Be inconspicuous.
They're the only two people on the street. Like she can't hear somebody walking that fast behind her.
Spooky.
Did you see a woman go by here?
Wow. He just happened to end up right there. Nice. That's magic.
Yeah, I live next door to the haunted rocking chair.
Well, 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 what a jolly surprise. Come in, come in, come in. Well, you finally decided to honor me with a visit. Yes, yes, we were talking about my ward, weren't we? Well, what I have to say is rather difficult to explain, particularly to young people, you know. I feel that young people nowadays form their opinions about life too soon. One shouldn't do that. But then perhaps you're different.
What were you going to tell me about Mora?
Oh, my dear, maybe you aren't different. Patience, young man, patience is a virtue. You should learn that. But, no, actually, what I want to tell you is difficult to put into words. Certainly into words that you would understand. However, I can put the basic fact quite bluntly. You are in grave and serious danger as long as you continue to see Mora.
I'm in danger from you?
No, certainly not.
Then what are you talking about?
Mora, my friend, Mora.
You must be crazy.
On the contrary, I'm quite sane. And Mora is quite dangerous to you.
In what way?
Well, shall we say that she suffers from a certain compulsion which might cause her to take your life.
You're trying to tell me that she's insane?
Not precisely, but it might be better if you thought she were. Oh, I wish you'd take my word for it. Break off this acquaintance before it's too late. You're a nice young fellow. I wouldn't like to see you get hurt. I wonder if you'd be good enough to get another bottle of this splendid liquid from the cabinet over there, wouldn't you?
While you're here, bro, I'm a guest in your house.
Well, while you're there, you might turn on the light. It seems to be getting a bit dark in here.
I'm not your servant, dude.
And hey, while you're at it, can you go to the kitchen and give me something?
One at the end. On the lower shelf.
Don't look in the drawer.
Ah!
Oh, don't be alarmed. That's just a little Arabian souvenir. The hand of a thief. The Mohammedans punish their thieves by removing the offending portions of the body. Rather gruesome, but logical, don't you think?
How did you ever get that?
Gift
Went thrifting one day.
Marrakesh. He knew that I collected odd things, so he sent it to me. Rather thoughtful of him.
Really drinking gin?
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Have another?
You hit that stuff pretty hard, huh?
Well, it may seem that way to your young eyes, but at my age one needs a little stimulant. You'll find that out later on.
You were going to tell me some more about Mora.
Just a little bit to take the edge.
So I was. Well, you've read the Greek myths, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
You certainly know the legend of the sirens, who in ancient days used to lure seafaring men to their destruction.
Yeah, I've sort of heard of them.
Well, the sirens were a strange race of sea people, half human, half creatures of the sea. The female of the species were known popularly as mermaids. That means women of the sea.
It's like that act you and Moore put on.
Exactly. But that's a fake, isn't it? A sideshow illusion. You wouldn't believe that they actually exist, would you?
No. No, I wouldn't.
Well, let me tell you, young man, that things happen in this world never dreamt of in your philosophy. Why do you think myths?
Kind of, yeah. And it was
They're
just a
made
hoax,
up?
right?
No, they spring from truth. Ancient truth. Living truth.
What does this have to do with Mora?
She was a sweet little thing. She lived here with me. Up there. That was her room. Behind that door. I found her on an island. I didn't know then what she was to become.
Become?
I didn't know then that she belonged to that ancient race. She's a monster. And if you don't stop seeing her, I warned you. That's all I can do.
Look, just
He
tell me
is
one thing.
lit.
Captain Murdoch, there's a woman that's been bothering Maura. Now, I think she's here. I just want to talk to her, that's all.
Woman? There isn't any woman. I'm all alone.
Captain Murdoch. Captain Murdoch! Sir.
Dead. Oh, no, just passed out. Hard. Whoa, Sears, look at you with all these mermaid emojis. Is he gonna sneak in a room? Yeah. Small room.
Yeah.
Harry Potter's closet wasn't much bigger than that.
It was right of him to tell you, but I didn't want you to know. Now I suppose I won't see you anymore.
Oh, you don't think I believed him, do you?
But it's true, Johnny. They are waiting for me to join them. You've seen one of them.
Do you mean that woman?
You saw how she looked at me, how she spoke to me. She's one of them. She's one of the sea people, and she's here to remind me of the time that I must go to them in the sea.
I don't know how or where you got these ideas, but they're wrong. You see, these things don't happen.
Oh, Johnny, if only they didn't. If only they couldn't happen. Americans have such a simple view of the world.
Americans?
You think that everything can be seen.
I guess she is
and
from
touched
the
and
fish
weighed
people.
and measured.
So, the sea people, sorry.
You think you've discovered reality, but you don't even know what it is.
Then you mean that everything Sam told me is the truth?
Almost everything.
Will you just tell me how you know?
Because I feel the seawater in my veins. Because I listen to the roar of the sea and it speaks to me like a mother's voice. The tide pulls at my heart. And the face of the moon fills my soul with a strange longing.
Maura, I don't understand.
Listen to the chorus.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Try to understand. And forgive me.
listened to one of these since I was a kid. My grandmother used to have one of these on her dresser. It does sound like the ocean, doesn't it?
When I made the voyage to this country from Greece, I carried such a shell with me over the land. In that way, I kept the sea always with me, always close. Johnny, I'm so afraid.
So don't be afraid. Look, I don't know what this is all about, you see. I don't know what it's all about. But I know that I'm here and that we'll work this out.
Hold me. Hold me.
Wow. Sad. It's funny because it's definitely reversing the gender dynamics of like a traditional horror movie. Like, you think of the Wolfman. It's the man is the monster, the woman is trying to save him. You got the reverse here.
Dear boy. I hope you don't mind my telling you, but I willed you to come here. I really did. And I'm so happy that it worked.
Oh, really?
I know you have a problem, a very serious problem, and I'm going to try and help you.
Thank you, I'd appreciate that.
Off to the reading. After the reading is time enough to thank me.
How much does a reading cost?
We'll try $2. You can afford that, can't you?
Oh, sure, that's fine.
Have you ever had a tarot reading before?
No, I've never been to a fortune teller before.
Don't use that expression, fortune teller. It's so vulgar.
We don't like
I
that.
prefer to be known as a chiromancer or clairvoyant. Now, first we must find the card that represents you.
I think our own Revelio is a clairvoyant.
If you've never had a tarot reading before,
I think
you've probably
Revelio
never
might
seen
start calling
cards that
himself
look
a
like
chiromancer.
Our modern deck of playing cards is based on these, but most of the symbolical cards have been left out. Here you are, the Knight of Cups,
Why is that me?
because this card represents a fair young man.
That's just any given
Innocent
Friday
and
night.
searching.
Oh, hell.
A Knight of Cups.
Very good.
Take a good look at these cards, young man. They contain all the secrets of the universe.
How can a deck of cards contain all the secrets of the universe?
Each card is a symbol. Linked together properly, the total of all these symbols contains the total of man's knowledge.
Yeah, it's like putting a message into a code.
Exactly. Now, this is what crosses you. This is what crowns you. This is what is beneath you. This is what is behind you. What is before you. This is you, your house, your hopes and fears, and this is your future.
What do you see?
How strange.
What?
There are certain lunar aspects suggested here. The moon card represents the journey into the unknown. The dog and the wolf, the fears of the mind, the deep primitive instincts in all of us. You see, the crab is attempting to climb out of the water onto the land, but it almost always sinks back again.
What's he, the crab is trying to climb the
Impatient. I don't like to make a mistake. A mistake in this profession can be disastrous.
I wish I knew more about this shit because I'm
See, the
loving
lunar
it.
card
so
is
wild.
most unhappily placed next to the card known as the
No,
hangman.
dude, I think it's absolutely
hangman mean?
by the book.
Ah,
They
this
hired
is a
real
card of
wolf, not
profound
fortune teller,
significance. The figure
We're gonna get into it, dude. I'm about to
life in
drop some
suspension.
shit on you.
It has often falsely been called a card of martyrdom, but martyrdom involves suffering. And if you will look closely at the face of the figure, you will see that it expresses deep entrancement. This card shows that a great awakening is possible and reminds one that after the sacred mystery of death, there is the glorious mystery of resurrection.
Well, is that good or bad?
Boy, the cards don't lend themselves to oversimplification.
Well, what about Mora?
I'm afraid she's caught in a vortex of evil. And you, it saddens me to tell you, but you are in danger, grave danger.
What kind of danger?
Now that is a question you do not need to ask me. The answer lies already in your heart.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't put much stock in what a fortune teller says.
I don't. It's just when you keep
She's
hearing
your
things
friend.
over and over again, you start believing it after a while. You said some things about Mora. What do you really know about her?
Oh, I've been sorry about what I said the other afternoon. Well, it was really none of my business. I was just telling you what I'd read in the newspapers, because I thought you ought to know.
I just can't believe that.
Are you in love with her?
Yes.
It's a funny thing about love. It can happen very suddenly, you know what I mean? Like when you're lonely. Or when you've been looking for someone.
He's just being...
I don't know what to do for Mora. See, she believes it too.
Bro, she's not talking
Believes what?
about
That she
Mora.
killed those boys?
No. I can't explain.
Well, try not to worry about it. Why, maybe things will turn out better than you think. You want some more coffee?
I'm gonna go for a walk. Get some time to kill before Mora gets home.
Is she, working?
Yeah. Well, Ellen. It is Ellen, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I didn't think you'd remember. Johnny.
Well, thanks for listening to me.
Oh, hi, Johnny. I
It's
didn't
sort
know
of
it
hard
was you.
sometimes when you don't have anybody to talk things over with.
I know. Maybe you'll come around again soon, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later.
Okay. Bye, Johnny.
And that is gonna take us to our second break.
Gosh, just when it was getting good.
Wow, what are you thinking so far, Evan? How you?
I mean, you could say I'm hooked.
Oh, look at you! Oh. Evan with the puns, very nice. Yeah,
I'm enjoying it. You know, it feels like, I mean, this is it's a lot more romantic than I was expecting. This romance angle.
See how we could start to maybe question, like, how much do you call this a horror film, and then at what point do you say it's more fantasy or more like, can you hold it within the bounds of genre? I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, I would agree. It's got me hooked. I want to know how it's going to turn out. I really enjoyed that tarot card reading. I thought that was
pretty neat.
There was a lot of like context given on the cards, because it was like when she was just doing all that, I was like, you know, normally you just go right to the cliche, the cards read danger, and she got there eventually. But up to the point where she got there, I'm like, I'm surprised they aren't just going there. You know, I was like, I'm glad that they're taking the time to be like,
the full reading.
This card, that, yeah, like it felt that way. So I like that. And
he got his $2 worth.
He absolutely, I think he did.
I didn't see him pay her.
That's a good point. Maybe he skimped out. He got scared and ran out. Hey, can you cover my bill? But I do think that, you know, you were asking, or maybe we're just commenting on like the authenticity of what is going on there.
Right, yeah.
And I think it's 100% authentic because the writer-director, Curtis Harrington, definitely ran in these like magical circles. Like, again, when you're in like an avant-garde art scene, you're going to run into some types. So remember, Marjorie Cameron, who is playing our witchy woman, who we only saw once during that time. Or no, he was chasing her. She appeared at the beach and then he chased her. She was primarily an artist, and you know, we see her playing this witchy woman. You're like, oh, okay, we know she's an artist, we know she's a poet. But I think that like she is very much a authority that was probably used for like making sure all this came across as like kind of authentic.
Yeah, the tarot consultant.
Well, and not just the tarot, but even down to when the captain was describing like Mora's whole like thing and the captain's whole attitude. He's like, oh, well, you don't believe in it. It's like, well, the idea of how much he sold that. Even though he's like, I'm sure you're not going to believe this. But it turns out there's actually... That's what this realm of the occult that Marjorie Cameron came from. That's how they viewed the occult. So where she comes from, like, probably the top of the line 20th century occult pedigree. In the fact that she... was involved in the world of Thelema. I don't know if you've heard of Thelema before, but it was an occult of religion that was developed by Aleister Crowley, who, I don't know if you've heard of Aleister Crowley, but he was a magician, for lack of a better way to put it, who was known as the wickedest man in the world, and he was very... he was a practitioner of the occult, and he wasn't a Satanist, but his whole rituals obviously kind of pushed on the morals and the values of, you know, 19th and 20th century society. And Crowley developed this religion, Thelema. And it's the whole idea of Thelema is like your will is what's important. Like, it's something like do as you will is the whole of the law, or something like that. And it's all like wrapped in like mysticism and all this like there's like Egyptian religious stuff that comes into it, and he kind of created all these like magical workings. It was a big thing, and Marjorie Cameron got into this through her relationship with Jack Parsons. So Jack Parsons is wild. Jack Parsons like created a company that was basically responsible for the United States every space mission. They used this company called JPL, which was Jet Propulsion Laboratories. It was created by this guy, Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons was basically a rocket scientist with no formal education. He was a high school dropout, but from like a young age was making rockets, blowing them up.
Just a rocket whiz.
He was such a whiz that he like got onto a college campus and like created a group with these other students. It was basically like created projects and companies and was given money by the government to like do this stuff, even though it was like all just like intuitive. He was just that good at it. But the thing about Jack Parsons, I mean, he was a scientist, but he also got really heavily into magic. And like the idea of magic with a K. And
to make
like
the rockets go faster.
Right. Yes, exactly. Like no. Like honestly, no. It was he used magic as a kind of he was a student. He was like one of those he liked to learn. And so he found about Aleister Crowley and this whole religion of Thelema, and so he studied all the material and he tried to do his own magical workings. But he basically drove himself like insane.
Oh dang.
And I mean, and it was a thing where he had been into all this stuff for a while, and then Marjorie Cameron kind of like came to he like had this house full of like occult, like the people that were in his like occult religion. She just showed up one day and he was like, it's part of my magical ritual. Like I knew I was looking, like I knew someone like you was going to show up, and now here you are. So you're part of my ritual. She didn't believe in any of that stuff at first. She was very like, she was weird though too. Like she believed from a young age she was haunted by her aunt's ghost because she was named after her aunt. So but she was very like strong-willed, very rebellious. And so like, this was all around the mid 1940s. She like got in on the war effort and was like a volunteer. Marjorie Cameron ended up working for the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Right? Like wow. She apparently she had a charm, but she's also very rebellious. But at some point she went AWOL, and then but somehow ended up with an honorable discharge. And shortly after that, she met Jack Parsons. And they immediately started like doing like magical rituals together, and particularly sex magic. That was like, so Evan's like,
sex magic?
So sex magic is the whole idea that sex creates so much energy and so much like that if you harness and focus the energy right way, you can create the things that you want to happen in the world to happen. You can make them happen.
Yeah, like a baby.
Well, but so that, remember the short we saw in the pre-roll, the Wormwood Star.
Yeah.
So the Wormwood Star was this whole idea that they were like trying to create not like maybe not a physical baby, but we're trying to create some kind of child, and this was through the works of Aleister Crowley. Create a child that would like bring a new age onto man. And like it was like the age of Horus, like in the age of Horus, it was basically like into a patronist, like a male oriented society, and enter a like female like led society. It was this whole like thing of like one age was supposed to end, another was supposed to get through this magical working that they were doing. And like Jack Parsons 100% believed in it. Marjorie Cameron's like, I don't know if I 100% believe in it, but I'll help you.
What do I have to lose?
What do I have to lose? Well, you know who else was involved in all these magical workings? L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh.
The founder of Scientology.
Great.
So this was like, you know, L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer before he created Scientology.
Yeah.
Well, in between those two things was this, where he got involved with Jack Parsons' like
got the idea.
magical Thelemas. He was never a member of like the same organizations, but he was helping Jack Parsons. But L. Ron Hubbard was always like, kind of like, he knew, like he didn't buy in. So he basically stole, like before Marjorie Cameron came into the picture, Jack Parsons, they were very open. So everybody shared everybody's wives. Well, when L. Ron came in, L. Ron Hubbard like took Jack Parsons' like girlfriend at the time, and Jack Parsons had to be cool with it because like these are our beliefs that we're cool with this, and so I have to be cool. But he wasn't cool. Eventually, L. Ron ran off with his Parsons' girlfriend Sarah. But Marjorie Cameron was also in the picture at the same time, so it was weird. But like Jack Parsons ended up being scammed by L. Ron Hubbard, like out of $300,000 at that money's time, which was like a shit ton. And L. Ron Hubbard basically kind of used what he learned in the magical workings and all this other stuff and came up with Dianetics and then Scientology. And it was all out of this magical stuff that he had done with this guy who was married to Marjorie Cameron, or who Marjorie Cameron was married to. But then Jack Parsons ended up, he was like he got some kind of rush job for this special effects film thing and ended up blowing himself up because he was like, he just had like all this free nitroglycerin and all this stuff out in his laundry room when he would like make the chemicals. He was not like, so he blew himself up, and Marjorie Cameron had to kind of like figure out kind of how to move on. And she ended up believing that she was being haunted by his ghost and was communicating with him like constantly. She was also,
maybe more likely than your aunt, who you share a name.
Right.
But the ghost gonna come back like, give me back my name?
But that was why she wanted to just be called Cameron and not Marjorie Cameron, because Marjorie was her aunt's name, and she was convinced to be haunted by her aunt.
Leave me alone.
But she was convinced. She was like, you know, she was reaching out to Jack Parsons' spirit, and was doing a lot of drugs, marijuana, peyote, mushrooms. Like that was like what Jack Parsons, like they did a lot of drugs with all these magical workings. And so she was doing all this and was kind of getting like, you know, she was seeing UFOs. That was another big thing. UFOs were involved. And she just kind of ended up kind of getting like blackballed from that like magical world, and then ended up like moving to closer to Los Angeles and befriending a lot of artists, getting more involved in artist communities. That's how she met Curtis Harrington. But she had this crazy like occult backstory, like, and that's the thing, like Jack Parsons, they were in touch with Aleister Crowley, like he was still alive. They were like contacting him when they were doing all this stuff. So it was very like there's so I listened to like a podcast about all this stuff. There's like so much I can't even cover right now. But essentially, like, these people very much believed in the, like, they, again, Jack Parsons was a scientist who said, I believe in the power of magic with a K, right? Ritual magic. And so when we're seeing all this occult stuff, or we're seeing, again, the captain, does he do shades of L. Ron Hubbard? Maybe, to me, kind of, a little bit. And just the way he's like, well, and again, you know, L. Ron Hubbard believed that we all came from clams. That's where we all, that evolution, that we all at some point in our lives, we were all clams. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's part of L. Ron Hubbard's whole thing.
Huh.
But all this comes from the magical, like, that's the thing. L. Ron Hubbard ripped a lot off from all the magical stuff he learned from all, so this is the 20th century history you don't learn about, right? Like, how much magic was, like, kind of...
I would maybe believe if mermaids came from clams.
I think that's definitely possible. But again, there's just so much esoteric, occult stuff that I'm feeling the undertones even in this movie. And Harrington, obviously, I think he's drawing from that. The people that he met, what he knew about the occult and the supernatural. But then obviously there's film influences, and the big one is Cat People. That's the first trailer we're going to see for our break. That's another one to add to the list, Evan, if you haven't seen Cat People.
Cat People? Okay.
Cat People is a great psychological horror from the early 40s, produced by this great producer, Val Lewton, and it's very similar to tonight's movie, just instead of mermaids, it's a woman who comes from a race of people who believe that they turn into cats and kill people. But it's very, like the scene that we saw in the opening where she saw the woman in the bar, like that's very much pulled from a scene in Cat People, but it's more towards the middle of the movie where the main character, the cat woman, sees another woman that is from her like country. They just recognize each other by their looks, and the woman comes up to her and says like some weird stuff to her, and then walks out, and she's really unnerved, and everybody's like, what is that about? What is that woman? So Harrington's kind of drawing that and putting it at the beginning and then kind of running it as a through line throughout, which I think is a cool device. So Cat People is it's a great film. Jump scares. It's kind of like one of the earliest movies to have some like multiple really good jump scares. The Universal horror movies don't really, that's not their thing, but Cat People and some of these other Val Lewton movies kind of pioneered the jump scares. So Cat People's amazing. And then another movie, I don't know if it directly inspired Harrington, but there's similarities in the plot. The She Creature from 1957, which we saw a remake of when we saw Creature of Destruction. Remember the hypnotist hypnotized his assistant into being some kind of sea monster? Spirit? It does not make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't really recall how the mechanics of that movie went,
but that's it though, because the Sea Creature trailer spells it out the same way, and it doesn't make sense. But that's it. It's a ghost of a sea monster that doesn't exist, and it's a woman being hypnotized.
He's the best.
I don't know.
Powerful hypnotist.
But it's also drawing from Cat People, I think, in a way. And so, again, you get the Sea Creature thing, and that's 3 years. I think that was 1957, so 3 years before they shot tonight's movie. So I don't know that Harrington, but that's where you get more of the exploitation angle, right? And we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen her transforming into a mermaid woman. We haven't seen, but just playing off the idea, I think that's where the exploitation element gets in at. But it's staying grounded. So we'll see how they close off the third act. But we're going to get these two trailers for some inspirations for tonight's film. And then we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Night Tide. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Across the centuries comes this exciting story of a modern girl cursed by an ancient legend. The legend of the Cat People. Women whose kiss means death, whose love turns them into vicious, snarling beasts of prey.
Twice I've been followed by something that was not human, something that attempted to take my life. I believe that was the cat form of Verena.
But why should she wish to harm you?
Because I'm in love with her husband. It's shut now. Just a minute ago, it was open.
What? Leave us, Verena.
The experiences of a she creature. Brought to screen life by Chester Morris, Marla English, Kathy Downs, Lance Fuller, Tom Conway, Frida Inniscort, and Ron Randall. It's an adventure into the occult, such as few people have known, and only those who see it can believe.
You're not going for that supernatural hokum of his. I don't really know what I'm going for. I know he's a killer.
Now you are traveling back through time and space. Farther, farther back, back.
Under his spell, she was both herself and another being. The she creature seeking life sustenance from the stolen heartbeats of others. She was a a woman born to be loved, and two men wanted her. One, a man whose powerful mad mind controlled her every reflex except her love.
No!
The other, willing to fight any odds for her love.
You've been living in shadows. I want to bring you back to life.
Society dances to hide the hysterical terror caused by their sudden intimacy with death. Forever closer comes the she-creature. You'll never forget.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Cat People and the She-Creature.
She-Creature.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those are both definitely influences. Definitely more so Cat People for sure. And I think that, Cat People's definitely more psychological. Some pretty solid scares. There haven't been scares in this, right? It's been pretty restrained in that regard. That's where again the plot itself sounds very exploitation-y, but then you watch it and you're like, okay, it's a little more of a think piece isn't the word, right? But it gives you more to think about, which is I am thinking about it, right? It's not that it hasn't been entertaining. It's not that it's just doesn't have anything to say and it's just bogging you down with this happens. No, it's it's got interesting ideas going on, but it's not trying to scare you, trying to, it's just telling a story. So.
Thank you, Dave Hicks. New subscriber.
Oh, Dave.
Welcome,
Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, again, I've really enjoyed this movie so far. I hope you guys are. Evan, I don't know. How are you feeling on this so far? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm enjoying it. So, let's recap. So our sailor has he's in a relationship with this mermaid.
Right. Pretty much.
That's
it.
That's pretty much it,
pretty
right?
Much it. Well, now apparently, there's been some deaths associated with her. So now he's trying to figure out if, is that related to something with her, or is it possible that it's nothing to worry about. She's cool.
Is it worth the risk?
Thank you, Evan. That's exactly, that sums it up perfectly. Is it worth the risk?
What's the over-under on my cursed girlfriend?
Well, that's what he went to the fortune teller for. and technically, she didn't the over-under kind of sounded like you'll survive, but you're going to learn a lesson in the process. So, could be. I think I'd be happy with that. I think that, if he, again, he's kind of been very aggressive in pursuing this relationship. So is he going to learn a lesson about, I don't know. I think.
Doesn't this guy have to go back to the Navy?
Yeah, I was wondering how long is it? Well, he had that first leave, and then there was a lapse of time. Now I think he's on his second leave, but it seems like a very long leave, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long a leave would normally last, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm interested to see how it all wraps up. Again, he's had his fortune told, and yeah, it seems like it's not going so well for his girlfriend, but again, he's it'll seem okay for him. So we'll see how it shakes out. But anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of Night Tide, Evan?
Well, I do feel like if this guy did want to, back out of this relationship, He does have a pretty easy out. Same in the Navy.
The Navy.
I'm shipping out.
Gotta get back. That's a good point, Evan. Thank you. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I guess it's love. I guess it's truly love because he could have taken us out, and here he is still. So we'll see.
It's all worth it. You gotta risk it for the mermaid.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Night Tide right now.
Mora?
Hi. I'm taking a bath.
Did you have a good day today?
I sure
Washing
did.
your tail.
People on the pier.
That's good. I'm sort of tired.
Why don't you lie down for a while?
Yeah, I think I will.
It's a good point, Sears.
True.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
There's no escape.
That's true. Just like Splash.
You gonna be in there long?
No, not long.
Okay. That's good. I'm anxious to see you.
Low-key hoping she'd be dragging herself out on her tail.
There's the word.
Where's that water reflection coming from? Ah! Nice. That's good. I said no jump scares. Ah! She got him. Got him in her clutches. In her grasp. She's an octopi? Thought she was a mermaid. Nice.
More? That's a deep basement. Oh, I guess it's just the stairs.
Those pants look painful. Apparently his uniform was specially tailored, specially made for him. Oh shit. I've had to make a piling save before. Not that deep, but it was fun. No, it's some very short-sighted children from Ohio. Sorry, teenagers. Let's say that they were older. I'm pretty sure they were. They were older to have not been hanging out under the pilings of the pier and get swept up by waves. But hey, sometimes wrong place, wrong time.
Hi.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm sleepy.
Sleepy?
Should I make you breakfast?
No, you stay in bed. I want you to rest.
I'd like to.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel stiff all over.
Oh.
That's all right.
Why don't you go have a massage?
Okay. I don't want to leave you alone, though.
I'll be all right. It's morning now.
Sure you'll be all right? Mm-hmm. Where's the bathhouse?
It's down at the end of the pier.
Will you get some rest while I'm gone?
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you in a little while.
That's a good point, Sears. I didn't notice that. Yeah, he did.
Been in the sailor uniform.
Why is that? Why did he change? There's got to be a reason for that.
Deeper meaning.
I mean, did they spend the night together? I mean...
Hey, you all tied up in knots, kid. What's the matter? Girlfriend ain't treating you all right?
Yikes.
Just a little tense, that's
What's
all.
wrong, Gary? You never had a massage before?
Yeah, I have, but
Well, fancy seeing
wow,
you.
yeah, what a small world.
Delightful surprise.
Not at the YMCA.
No.
And how are you today?
Actually, yes, at the YMCA.
You want me to pound you later?
But luckily not by a cigar chomping middle-aged man.
By the way, John,
because that
forgotten the conversation we had.
would have been
I've been really worried about
a problem.
Really? Yes, really. Tell me something. Has Maura been acting a little odd recently?
No?
You sure now? You're telling me the truth? Well, it doesn't matter. It's just that I want to give you a bit of advice. You must be especially careful now at the time of the full moon. Because that's when the tides pull the strongest. As I said, a word to the wise.
What are you trying to...
Ronnie, I've been thinking about last night. And I've decided...
Is that true?
What?
I must have
Pull
been
of the
woken in
moon
my
depend
sleep.
on the phase?
I think
wanna
it's
talk
the
about it.
pull is stronger during the full moon.
I'm going to forget it.
Yeah, look it up. But yeah, I think the
You know, that's the
pull.
best thing I've
I mean,
heard
you know
say.
the tide is affected by the full moon.
Yeah.
We'll just forget about it, all right?
Gravity.
That's what I've been trying to get you to do, you know.
I know.
All right, we'll forget about it.
All right.
And so what are you doing?
Cleaning the diving equipment. I was looking at the calendar and I noticed that the moon was full. And I realized that the tides will be just perfect at a certain place I know. And I thought we could go diving there this afternoon.
I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why?
It's too cold.
It's too cold.
The water is warm.
I just don't think it's a good idea. I think you should rest.
I don't want to rest, Johnny. I feel fine.
What time of year would it have to be for the air to be cold but the water be
to rest when
warm?
you go. Please go with me.
All right.
Early fall.
Where do you want to go diving?
Yes, sir.
It's not far from here. We'll see.
Water's still warm.
Oh, August. August? Ooh, I believe that, Alana. I 100%
Are you ready?
believe that.
How do you know where we are?
Because I've been here before.
Must be awfully deep here.
Yeah.
It is.
Back when I worked
What's the
in
point of
healthcare,
diving here?
people do
There
be
are reefs
acting
under
nuts
here.
on the full moon.
You agree with that?
I agree.
You
with
can
that.
confirm.
It's a known phenomenon.
Johnny,
What?
stay close to me. We mustn't become separated.
So you know that 2 of her other boyfriends have been found dead in the water, and you're ready to go scuba diving. Apparently, Dennis Hopper was adamant that he was going to do the scuba diving scene himself.
He just really wanted to go scuba diving.
Yeah, they're like in the like studio system where insurance is like, you know, front and center. There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that there's water on this lens. It's on the inside of the lens. That's the problem. Like of the underwater housing. That's why we're seeing it. They fixed it. The only way you fix it is come back up, take the camera out of the underwater housing, clean the underwater housing, put the camera back into the underwater housing, then dive back down and start over. I worked on an underwater shoot like a few months ago, and I didn't even just think about how tedious it is. You only have about 10 minutes to shoot underwater. Then the team has to come out, get their bearings, fix shit. What? What's she doing? What? She's trying to pull this thing off? What the fuck? She attacked him, right?
I think so. Yeah, I forgot to scuba.
Did you scuba, right?
That's good. I'm certified. Just gonna swim away.
I guess so.
Hey, I don't know. Something must have got you. Wasn't me.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh God, I surfaced too quick. I got the bends.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh my god. That's fucking sick. Can I have that? It's like, what, a full body hoodie? Why don't they make those anymore? People would love those. People would wear those everywhere.
I think they do make those. I get ads on YouTube for...
I mean, you know, I got that, like, poncho thingy, but, like, those were fucking That was like a one-piece sweat. Just sounds like ridiculous.
This is my sweat robe.
But people would eat that shit up nowadays.
Don't they teach you how to deal with mermaids in like Navy boot camp?
Oh, for sure.
Should he be prepared, trained for this?
He's really blowing it.
He wasn't paying attention.
Is he streaming?
Who is it?
Room service, your newspapers.
Just leave him outside.
Yeah, that would be some hot merch. People would eat that up. It's a full, yeah, some hoodie sweats.
Hoodie stream. Hey, we could start that cult.
That's exactly what it is. Oh my god. Oh, it's all coming together. Cool shot. Oh, I couldn't do it. Would you do? You would do those rides, right?
Yeah, I
You-
love going on stuff.
I can do
mean,
a roller
maybe
coaster.
not.
I can't do a spinny thing.
I don't go on the ones that like I don't know
At the fair,
local
yeah.
fair.
Absolutely. But at a certain nearby theme park, I'll get on a roller coaster anytime, but not a spinny thing. Anything that's spinny or twirly or circly, count me out. I'll throw up.
Strangest creature known to man.
Oh, he's sauce, you can tell.
25 cents, ladies and gentlemen. $0.25 more of the mermaid. See her underwater. More of the mermaid. Brought to you from the waters of a distant sea. 25 cents. 25 cents more of the mermaid.
Oh, the disguise. He wouldn't recognize him if he wasn't
More
in
of
the
the mermaid,
sailors.
ladies and gentlemen. See her underwater.
He's just running on
The
autopilot.
only mermaid in captivity. 25 cents.
I like the disco ball lighting. And the classic Thunder. We use some of those Thunder sound effects. I love. That's why I use them, because they're used so many times. Ah! Is she alive?
I knew you would come back to us eventually. The murderer always returns to the scene of his crime. Oh, I know this isn't the exact spot where the deed occurred. But you had to see her, didn't you? You had to see the result of your monstrous act.
But I loved her.
You loved her. What do you know about love? I've loved her ever since she was a child. No, you did it and you must pay for it.
How did you find her?
God wanted me to find her. She was such a sweet, good child.
Damn.
Why? Why?
I thought the shooting gallery was closed.
Because they just thought it was the mermaid. They didn't realize it was a dead body.
She's just sleeping.
What's going on in here, buddy?
Gotta flush her stomach.
What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, looks like we got a dead mermaid.
Come in, Johnny. Sit down. This is somewhat irregular, but Captain Murdoch here has agreed to give us a statement, and he asked that you be present.
What? He's still alive?
You can go ahead now, Captain Murdoch.
To begin with, I want you to know that no matter what I've done, how wicked or unreasonable it may seem, it was done for love of Maura. I've loved her ever since I found her. She was a pathetic little thing in that Greek island village, abandoned there to almost certain starvation if I hadn't taken her into my home. But of course I realized that, like all children, she would eventually grow up and leave that home. That preyed on my mind constantly. I couldn't face the thought of her leaving me. So I decided to plan some way to keep her with me always. The best way seemed to make her entirely dependent on my love. In order to do this, I told her the legend of the sea people. Slowly, I put into her young and pliable mind the idea that she was one of them, that someday she must rejoin them, and that she couldn't expect to have normal relations with ordinary people. But I never counted on the enormous power of her own independent will. Eventually, my love wasn't enough for her. She had to have another kind of love. And when she began those relationships, I decided the only thing to do was to cut them off at their source. So I killed those two young men. And I tried to persuade her in some way that she had done it, under some strange influence from the sea people. To a certain extent, I succeeded. I managed to cast a lot of fear and doubt into her mind. But she still demanded her freedom. She left my home, she took an apartment, and then she met Johnny. And if he's told you the story, then you know the rest. So my experiment in psychology failed. Or perhaps it succeeded too well. She couldn't face the recurrence of what had gone before. So rather than destroy the person she loved, she decided to embrace the rapture of the depths. That's what happened. Isn't it?
Yes.
The rapture of the depths. That's beautiful.
Then perhaps you can understand. Just a little.
I do understand.
Captain Murdoch, there's one thing I've been wondering about. Johnny told me about a woman who frightened Maura. She was supposed to be one of these sea people. I assume she was part of your plan.
Woman, I don't know what you mean.
You know, the one that I followed to your house that day. Remember?
I vaguely think you mentioned something about that before, but there wasn't any woman. I don't know what you're talking about. I've told you everything. May I go?
Guard?
Guard?
But I saw that woman with my own eyes. This wasn't just something out of Maura's imagination. It's almost as if there was some truth to what she said.
I think it's more likely that Captain Murdoch is merely trying to protect the woman.
I suppose so.
Yes?
The shore patrol men are here to pick up Drake, sir.
He'll be right out. Well, good luck, my boy. Just down the hall there.
Where's he going?
Hello.
Hi.
I found out you were here, so I came down to see if there was anything I could do for you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about Maura. I hope that maybe on your next leave you'll come by and take a ride on the merry-go-round.
Wow, she's trying to like set it up that quick. That is aggressive.
I'll see you later.
Hey, I'm not a supposed witch being manipulated by my weird guardian. I'm just a regular American girl, so.
You know what they say, fall off, gotta get right back on the horse.
Made of beautiful, beautiful porcelain.
These are the finest Bavarian
Stop
horses.
training.
That it has, sailor, that it has.
In all the world. Harass you.
Shore patrol.
That was Night Tide. What did we think, Evan?
Gosh, I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I almost don't know how to feel about certain parts of it.
Like what specifically?
So did he just imagine that lady? Is he just nuts?
I don't think so. I don't. Maybe he is nuts. No. I mean,
is that just the lingering horror element? I guess I was maybe hoping for a little more
payoff in the horror realm.
Yeah, like it ended on a sweet note, but with the sweeping violins.
It didn't deliver on the horror, like the idea of. I mean, again,
it is what it is.
It is well.
Maybe that's just I was expecting.
No, but I think, that leads to a great question, or a couple of great questions. But the first, I guess, would be is it horror? Oh, sorry, fat fingers. Is it horror?
I thought you were gonna show me something.
No, all right, we're gonna watch it again.
On tonight's
we're
new
gonna
segment,
find out.
Is it horror?
And that means we're gonna run it back.
Let's watch it again.
No, but is it horror?
Well, at the beginning, it felt like it was going to be with the woman, the witch woman,
and she showed up in the second third.
She did,
but she was not in the last third.
Yeah, and what else? The dream sequences were kind of scary, I guess. What else scary horror even happened?
That was really it.
The underwater? I guess the underwater thing was a little...
Yeah, why do you think she did that? Because I don't think we got any kind of adequate explanation for that. She just did it, right? It wasn't like it was...
So wait, so did he kill her? Was that he killed everybody in the end? But she still tried to kill
He made it sound like he found her body. It sounded like the captain was blaming Dennis Hopper's character in a way that it's like, you were responsible for this, and not just in a more of a metaphorical way, but in like she, after she tried to kill him when they were diving, like she somehow
swam
killed
away,
herself,
died,
drowned, and then he found her corpse and then put her up in the sideshow for just to get a few more bucks out. Just keep the grift going a little bit longer. It's very L. Ron. It's very L. Ron Hubbard.
Until that fish smell really takes over.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're in kind of a little bit of a. I mean, again, if you put a percentage on it, horror, it's probably under 50. But I think what I've found in categorizing these public domain films is even 40% horror is enough horror to qualify as horror, you know. Would you say a 40%?
A 40% horror?
Yeah. Is that if you were going to round a percentage on it, would you say that's fair?
Maybe.
More or less? Would you say less? 30?
Maybe like 35. I don't know. I don't know.
Evan, you're a qualified judge on this. You've been doing this for 4 years now. You need to give yourself some goddamn credit, Evan. Okay? Seriously, you can be an accurate judge of this. Don't sell yourself short. Everybody, all of our viewers out there, I mean, especially if you're around a 2-year mark, you're getting there. But Evan,
yeah, what do you guys think? Was it horror?
I mean, yeah, I would love to know. I would love to know the audience consensus out there, because this was my first time watch. I meant to do this earlier, but this is the collection that I've had this on. You see there, Night Tide, Dennis Hopper. It even says that's like, look, Night Tide, Dennis Hopper. Like, none of the other movies have the credit, because it's like, that's the big money name. Yeah, so like, I have had this since I was like 8, and I never watched Night Tide. So
really? Never got around to watch.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
wow.
That was the whole point of this show, is
to finally dust off,
fill in some DVDs. Blind spots, especially for DVDs that I've just had sitting forever. And we still haven't finished this DVD set off yet, because we haven't seen Carnival of Souls.
Yeah.
So once we do that, we'll fill it out. But
have we seen Atomic Brain?
Yeah, that was Monstrosity. That was the one with the woman who was our fortune teller tonight, playing the old woman who got her brain put in a cat. Sounds crazy to say. But I guess my other question about the movie would be, so we're not, like, it's not a 50%, even a 50% horror movie. So we're agreed that it's a lesser film in terms of horror.
Yeah.
But
I'm willing to put my stake in 35%.
But even if we're saying that it's some percentage horror,
yeah.
Where are we putting this in terms of the pantheon of public domain horror movies that we've seen on the show? Do you put it up there in like top?
There was a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of good shots.
Right. It's very artistic, right? It's very
good use of locations.
Absolutely.
It was visually very good. The underwater stuff was good.
Can't argue with that. But
does it really?
I'll put it this way: top 5, top 10.
Does it deliver?
Top 5, top 10. What do you think? Like,
gosh, I wouldn't say I like especially like it was a good good movie,
But we've
I
seen some
wouldn't-
cheesy stuff that goes
that's
above,
true.
right? What is that? What you? Because we've again.
It would be toward the top. I don't know if it would necessarily break my top 10.
I mean, we've seen over 160 movies, so
Right.
you
I
gotta.
feel like, I feel like out of all the movies, I could pick 10 that I like more than this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love that. I'm gonna have to get that list from you at some point.
Like,
We're gonna have to start ranking.
We could.
these.
We could.
We
I feel
will.
like I don't know. I mean, maybe this one might be in like the 30s or 40s.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 20s. I don't know.
Because you know me, I'm around the water a lot, so I like the aquatic element of it. So it maybe puts it in the 20s for me. But again, it's one of those that's still written about a lot. There's a lot of discourse on it. So it's one of those that is like seems to have as a enduring quality as a Night of the Living Dead or more so Carnival of Souls. But yes, how much is it horror? Definitely not as much as either of them. Definitely not Night of the Living Dead. We know that. God, Night of the Living Dead's probably a 90. I don't know. Night of the Living Dead was the first movie that scared the shit out of me. I started on Universal horror movies that I could handle. Night of the Living Dead, I first watched it when I was 6. Couldn't watch it again until I was 14.
That one's probably in my top 5 movies we've seen on the show.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know that I could just pull a number 1 just off the top of my head.
no,
but
that's harder, but you can definitely create like a top 10, definitely easily. You can go into the 20s or 30s, but Night of the Living Dead, is up there. Carnival of Souls, we haven't seen it. But
yeah, once we get
it
around
may
to
be
it.
up there. But I do want, at some point, I'm going to have to get you to put that list together because I would like to know, what's your top 10? What's your top? And everybody, honestly. I mean, even whether you've watched the movies with us or you've seen them on your own, if you've seen enough of them, your ranking would be invaluable. It's analytics, it's research. I love that shit.
Sears making a very good point. How do we know that Garrett isn't a merman? We can't see his bottom half.
I've often been told that I swim like a merman. So
you swim like a fish out of water.
I do. Well, I certainly walk like one because I do not have good land coordination. But in the water, look out. But yes, I'm glad to cross this one off the list, and it was hey, we got through it. Every time we get through a movie now, I'm like, I count as it a blessing.
I mean,
count it, it's important. But next week, we're still early in the season, but it's kind of funny because we're in a year where there's the most Friday the 13th that there can be, which is 3. And so we already celebrated.
Is that
4.
true? There's a max?
Yeah, the max is 3.
Okay.
And we've already celebrated 1 in February, and we, of course, we saw the 13th chair, and then we had usually we do a special in the Chamber of Horrors, and we had one on the 14th because we were celebrating Valentine's Day. But honestly, it's the next month. It's very hard to do one Chamber of Horrors special.
I kind of forgot that. I've
spent
the last few months being sick.
It would be very hard for all of us to turn around and do another Chamber of Horrors special. But we still can celebrate Friday the 13th with our film selection. And it's very appropriate because, again, obviously, generally Friday the 13th is about luck, bad luck. But pop culturally, it's about Jason. And it's about the idea of slasher, a slasher character and, just broadly slasher films. And so that's what we've got on deck. And it's actually more like proto-slasher, true crime-based film next week. Because on Friday the 13th, next week, we've got The Zodiac Killer from 1971. And this is a true crime film based on the masked, in some cases masked, in some cases not, killer out of California, which obviously is just the Zodiac story served as a basis for many different horror characters and horror films. And so I feel like it's a good time to time this movie up. And I believe actually March 13th is the date that a Zodiac Killer letter was sent to one of the newspapers in California. So, San Francisco. So we're timing it up just right. But this is, definitely, it's an exploitation film. It's very low budget. But what we're going to find as we get into it is that there was a larger plan with this film. And, it was, the Zodiac Killer was technically still active at this time. So they thought maybe we could make a movie and we could somehow kind of find the killer. So that was the genesis of the film that we're going to be watching next week. And it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to have fun with it. And we'll learn a little bit about the Zodiac Killer. I don't know how much you know about.
Not too much. No, not too much.
But again, we're getting into kind of, the Zodiac Killer wasn't necessarily esoteric or occult, but that whole, the Zodiac, the symbolism, all that it's just kind of interesting the way that, we live our day-to-day, we go about our lives, but there's this whole world of magic and the occult out there that is like far and away from our brains, but some people are like focusing all their energies on magical rituals and magical
Do you think you've crossed paths with a wizard at some point?
Quite possible. I think we all have. I mean, wizards and witches, dude. What we're learning is they're out there. They can be very prominent people. I mean, Jack Parsons.
They could be in your neighborhood.
Yeah, they could be sending us to the moon, and they could be, like, that's what's just so cool about, like, just the movies we watch on the show. That's what's so cool about doing this show is that we somehow inadvertently learn about magicians and dark, like sex magic and all this stuff that you're like, I've never even heard of that stuff. I didn't know that was a thing. That's what I love about this. So we're going to keep it going next week with the Zodiac Killer. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we're going to get into some true crime talk.
Yeah, yes. And you know me, I love my true crime. And so if you love true crime, you're going to have a lot of fun next week. But of course, we'll be just serving up some movies for you tomorrow night in the meantime. But I'll go ahead and kind of tease. I think I'm kind of rebranding our movies on Saturday night. Of course, so they're normally our Saturday night shockers. But I kind of want to open it up a little bit, make it a little more, let's not tie it to a day. Let's keep it open. So, I believe it'll be the debut of Screen Theater tomorrow. It's going to be the same format. 3 movies, 3 cartoons, some trailers for you. But, kind of giving it a little bit of a different vibe. So, trying something out, interested. I mean, again, it's not much. It's really what we've normally been doing, just slightly different packaging. So, if you tune in tomorrow and you enjoy it, let us know. But we just appreciate everybody that's been tuning in and hanging out with us tonight and
been a lot of fun.
It has. It's been a blast. All of our good friends, of course. Hold on, I'm sure Alana sent me the chat. Of course she has. And very special thanks to Alana for keeping me up to date with that and sending that. But we've had Old Radios in the chat. Tom O, William, Kathy, Sears, Thomas. Very good to see you in here, Thomas. Sweet Feet was in here. Jack, James, Sally, Lauren, and we had Dave's Hicks subscribe, which was awesome. So it's been good just to hang out with everybody and enjoy this movie and kick off season 17. We're back in it, and
we're back on the hobby horse.
We are, yes, and
for another merry-go-round.
That's amazing. It's perfect. I have nothing else to say. It's been a great season premiere, and I love you all. I'm glad you're here, and we're gonna just keep doing our thing. But hope everybody stays safe out there, and again, we're always here for you guys. If you've got anything you want to plug or anything you're doing, or you want to come on and talk about something, we're here. We're a floor. We're an open floor for you guys. We're a platform, and I'm gonna try to have more, kind of interactive things for all of us as a community to kind of do. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Discord, but it's a good way to kind of keep track and share things, and so we might try to get a little Discord off the ground to share with everybody, and it could be a fun way for all of us to just kind of keep the community vibing. So I appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out tonight, and enjoying this weird film, and keep the good times rolling. But anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
What do you think the Zodiac Killer's sign was? Is that ever in his in his messages?
It's cryptic.
Pisces?
Don't put that evil on me.
Garrett's the Zodiac Killer. We'll find out next week.
Until then, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all a good fright.